Welcome viewers, my name's Peter Wamalwa Lusweti. My channel in music, I started playing music when I was in standard 4. Fortunately, I was called the Bomas of Kenya. Music has made me to be known figure in Kenya. As I've told you earlier on, I'm stationed in the Bomas of Kenya. In the Bomas of Kenya, I am there as an instructor. Now for 7 years. I teach people how to play this music. I teach people how to do some composition of music. I teach schools on how to make their drama festivals, whereby we have the dramatized dances and what have you. Welcome viewers.
So talk about the instrument that you want to tell people about.
Yes. Okay, now with me, I have an instrument. In our traditional aspect, we have instruments that are being seen even up country like Nigeria, Australia, name them. This instrument is called Orutu. Orutu derived from the Nyanza province initially. Now this is Nyanza county. Orutu is an African fiddle which is played in the hands of an expert who meets the demand of the audience. Now, how is Orutu being made? Orutu is being carved from a soft wood called tuogo. But in English, they call it a milk tree. This sap is fundamental. The tree itself is used to make this instrument called Orutu. This is the body of Orutu. We have the resonator and an arm. This is a tuning peg or a tuning knob. We have a line. And here, Orutu is covered by a skin. This is a mountain skin. We call it in Luo-Nyanza, meaning mountain desert. As you know, mountain desert stays in the river. So when you use your Orutu using a resonator of being carved by mountain desert, it is a long lasting than using an envelope or using a goat skin. As you know, in this aspect of making musical instruments, we have a height and a skin. A skin is of the small, tiny animals. A height is for big animals like elephant and cow. So the thickness of the skin determines with the player. A player will go for the tiny skin. That is an envelope, goat, or mountain skin. As I've told you earlier on, Orutu is played in the hands of an expert. Let me tell you about the difference between the Orutu and the fiddle. Orutu has same line like a fiddle or a violin. But here, you can find that when you have your Orutu, your songs are here on your hand, specifically on your fingers. The smaller the finger, the higher the note. The thick the finger, the bass the note you have. For example, when you want to play your Orutu, you check your sound using the arm. The longer the arm, the tone will be long. But the shorter the arm, now you will find yourself that you are now making your instrument to belong to the music setup. For example, when you make Orutu and you make another instrument, when you compare them, you will find that Orutu has a scale of 5 notes belonging to Luo vowels. Here, where Orutu is hold like this, and then you try to find out the notes. From there now, you will find that any tree cannot make Orutu. We have a specific tree which comes from the family of softwood, like Ohangala tram, like Nyitonge trams, name them. So this is how Orutu is being made. You make sure that your resonator inside has nothing. It must be smooth to make the sound come out clean. This is a bow. A bow is made from sisal fiber. And then you cannot take a fiber and then just wrap it on a root and then it produces sound. We have this sap, a tree sap called tuoko. Tuoko is like a sister of the resonator. This is the tuoko wood that produces a sap called tuoko sap. If you don't have that sap, you can substitute with a tropical sweet. It will make the work easier. Now, this is how the sap works. You just wrap like this, and as more as you wrap, you find yourself now being sticky. Your fiber will be now trying not to come out the way you want, as if it is holding something inside the tuoko. That is why it will be telling you now it is ready to play. The roughness of this swap, it will make your Orutu produce a nice sound. For example, I have done, now my Orutu is ready to work. Thank you very much. And now we are going to see how Orutu is being played and the position of holding Orutu. First, in the first place, the player will take Orutu from anywhere and he must make sure that Orutu is held like this. Your left hand should be the one that holding Orutu. Directly under your armpit of that same hand, which is a left hand. Your right hand should be now holding a ball. Then you make sure that your fingers are the ones that now will bring you the notes. The notes are here with you in your fingers. The index finger is the one that produces space. This one. When playing Orutu, most of the time, you will look for your sound using an index finger. If at all you want to have a low tone, that is a low sound. But if you want, now you are changing from that one, you want a higher note, you will use a small finger. means that when you play Orutu at any given time, you must master that. There are notes in your fingers. The smaller the finger, the higher the note. The lower, the thick the finger, the lower the note. For example, so I want to make a sofa notation using my 4 fingers. Which one do I start with? I start with the index finger. Like that. The position of holding Orutu must be permanently when you are on stage or when you are playing Orutu. For you to stand comfortable, it should be underneath your armpit of your left hand side. Okay, on the same aspect of this Orutu, what do you consider? Which factors do you consider when you are playing Orutu? First one, the composition of the song. You should know which song you are going to sing. Secondly, the rhythm of that song. Are you acquainted with it? Because it's the rhythm that will make you now have changeovers when you are singing. Thirdly, the components that accompany Orutu fiddle. We have Itwonge. Those are 6 varied drums in sizes. We have Ohangala, but authentically, the Luo call it kalpapla. A kalpapla is the leading drum in this composition of Orutu music assemble. So, it is now your composition and the song that you have already composed that will make you now enjoy Orutu when you are playing, following the rhythm. For example, Tawere manyako, manoro moya, tawere manyako. Tabare gadiambo, manoro moya, tabare gadiambo. Tawere manyako, manoro moya, tawere manyako. Tabare gadiambo, manoro moya, tabare gadiambo. Adiambo na di mango adiambo nyoro na adiambo na di mango adiambo nyoro. Adiambo na di mango adiambo adiambo mama na di mango adiambo nyoro. Now it is the song that will make you now understand the beats of the drums or the rhythm that is being put in place the way I have been singing. Thank you very much. Okay, now let us talk about the sound. The sound of Orutu in a traditional way and the programmed sound. You will find that when you take Orutu, which is played, and then you listen to the same Orutu, which has been proclaimed, the one that is on the program is very weak. But this one that you are playing, sold like that, has that authenticity and has that strength in it. Why? It is because we say in the music that sound travels on a straight line. That's why we have Orutu made with one stringed wire, which is straight. So the molecules that are in that line are more stronger than that one that has been programmed. And an Orutu player can understand that programmed Orutu. And he can now imitate to play, or he can fit in that program. That's why you see, learning how to play Orutu is more difficult than learning an Orutu that has been programmed on video or anywhere else. When you Google, you will find that learners learn very fast that Googled Orutu than original one like this one, simply because of that sounding. The second thing is that the sound of Orutu is tuned using a Hawaii tuning. That is a French tune. But a programmed one, a programmed sound, doesn't have that one. So when you play together and mix them together, you will find that an Orutu player, who is a traditional one, will find it very hard to that one that is programmed. Unless you do some rehearsals with that one so that you can collaborate together. But I urge those who are now willing to learn Orutu, you learn Orutu that is a traditional one, not that one has been programmed. Because the music of Orutu that is original, it has originated in a strong way than that one that has been programmed. For example, when I want to play a certain note using my Orutu, it will come straight because I'm using the authenticity technique of playing. So when you hear to that voice, it is coming out in a traditional way, like it doesn't have any immunity in it. But a programmed one has some hitches. But this one doesn't have. Why? Because it is based on where do you want that finger to go and which note are you specifying on your production of that sound in the music. Thank you. Okay, thank you viewers for attending my masterclass. I'm Peter Lusweti Wamalwa. You can find me on social media. You can find me at Bomas of Kenya, where I train people how to play instruments. If I'm urging you to don't miss this one. When you buy an instrument from my shop, I will give you classes for free. Welcome viewers of Bomas. Thank you very much for attending masterclass again. You don't miss to come. Thank you very much.